C'est un plaisir de vous retrouver pour une nouvelle leçon. Aujourd'hui, le sujet sera les compléments, le complément du nom. How to express like l'appartenance, that something belongs to something else or someone belongs to someone. We use a fixed preposition, la préposition de. So I would like to see that with you. So basically, yeah, it's to express the fact that somebody belongs to another object, a noun, a person, or something else. L'expression d'appartenance, that's how we call it in French. And it's introduced by the preposition de. So basic example would be la voiture de mon mari. In English, we would use the apostrophe S, like my husband's car. La voiture de mon mari. Le livre de la bibliothèque, in that case, it's not referring to a person, so that would be the book from the library, or the book of, maybe the bookshop. The library. Le livre de la bibliothèque. L'opinion de Jenny, Jenny's opinion. L'opinion de Jenny, in that case, yes, apostrophe yes, because Jenny is a person. L'opinion de. But in French, it will always go with de. Basically, it's used to give some extra information about the main thing. So we can also not use it, but if you do, you introduce it with de, and it's called complément du nom. And the objective of it is to give the idea of appartenance. Now, so maintenant les types de compléments du nom. I gave you the basic one, like la possession introduite par de, so you put la voiture, le livre ou l'opinion de something else or someone else. La voiture de mon mari, l'opinion de Jenny, le livre de la bibliothèque. Now, it can also be used in different ways. For example, so it can be un nom commun. When I say la voiture des voisins, I'm going to change because I've said that a couple of times. La voiture des voisins, the neighbor's car. Le nom est commun. Les voisins, c'est un nom commun. When I say le téléphone d'Adam, Adam's phone, c'est un nom propre. Adam est un nom propre. Le téléphone d'Adam. Ou de Adam. But it's better with the apostrophe again. We avoid the double vocal. It can be used to design or to refer to, pour désigner, to refer like a writer, a painter, an author, like avec un nom propre et une personne connue, famous person. Like, so we have an idea of it's something from this person. For example, un tableau de Pablo Picasso. Un poème de Prévert. So a poem from or a painting from, we would say de again. C'est un complément du nom, and it's used like to with a nom propre and a famous person. Un tableau de Pablo Picasso. Un poème de Prévert. Now we also use it to express like l'origine, la provenance, la destination también. A very famous example or very classic example would be le café de Colombie. Coffee from Colombia. Le café de Colombie. It's also un complément du nom. But you see that's a different mechanism than la voiture des voisins. Le café de Colombie. I'm not saying the same thing. It's a very different meaning here. But it's still de and it's still officially un complément du nom in that case. I also use it to talk about le contenu. What's inside something. So for example, une tasse de lait. A mug of milk. Un pot de chocolat. Un sac, a bag, little bag. Un sac de bonbons. Full of sweets. Un sac de bonbons. Un pot de chocolat. Une tasse de lait. Everything goes with de, and in that case, I'm referring to the content, like what's inside. It also works with, and that's also very useful. Everything that's like the type. When I want to give I give a noun and then the type of noun that it is. La caractéristique. Concrete example. Un entraîneur is a coach. Un entraîneur de football, I'm talking about the type of coach that he is. Un entraîneur de football. Un livre de français. Une classe de grammaire. A grammar class. Une raquette de tennis. Complément du nom et information complémentaire sur la caractéristique du nom principal. It's more than enough for your level to know that it works this way. You remember that de is a very useful preposition in case of talking about complément du nom. We will see that we have some others preposition that also works as complément du nom, but de is very important. It's mainly at your level, you should know that de is used to express appartenance, something that belongs to someone or something something that is a part of something else. So I will go back to the very basic examples. Remember that one. La voiture de mon mari, le livre de la bibliothèque, l'opinion de Jenny. This is the main one. All the other things I gave you are like extra. Remember that it also to talk about the author, the writer, the painter, like l'origine d'une œuvre. Une œuvre is like a piece, a masterpiece. So to have l'origine de ça, we use also de. Un tableau de Pablo Picasso. And then we saw la provenance, la destination, le café de Colombie. And then very useful one too, le contenu, la tasse de lait, le sac de bonbons. It's good to know that it works with the. And the little extra vocab that I gave you with l'entraîneur de football, la classe de grammaire, la raquette de tennis. Everything goes with de. We have like French people making very, very often the mistakes. Like imagine, and that's the very basic. That's the one I'm giving you today. L'opinion de ta sœur. You will hear regularly French native people saying l'opinion à ta sœur. With a. I don't know who started with this mistake, but it became a huge thing. So sometimes you even doubt, is it a, is it de? So please, if once you go to France and you hear someone say l'opinion à ta sœur, la voiture à ton mari, you can correct them. It's de and it's only de. And that's the very basic use of complément du nom. And it's one of the most common mistakes in French with like native speaker. It's incredible. I don't know. But at least you know how it works, so don't make the mistake. Don't make the mistake and feel free to correct French people when they make this horrible mistake. That's it. That's all I have to say for today. Complément du nom. You've got the basics. Any question, as always, let me know. I'm happy to help. Thank you very much for following us again today. À très bientôt pour une nouvelle leçon. Au revoir.